Alright, the first thing about doing a brake job is safety. You got to have this vehicle jacked up and secured safely. Now, if you look up under the vehicle, you can see I got my hydraulic jack there. And what you need is a jack stand. Now, I'm on concrete, so I'm good. But if you're not on concrete, I need you to get you a nice size plywood and let it serve as a foundation for your jack stand. Not particle board, not anything else, because anything else is going to sink into the ground. Alright, now your tires are held on by 5 19mm or 3/4 lug nuts. Now these lug nuts are kind of cheap because these are outer casings right here, these shell coverings, and here's one that came off. If you have some that came off, use an 18mm, because if you use a 19mm, it might take it off, but then again, it might strip it out. So I'm using a 19mm, and let's remove all the lug nuts. Alright, the next thing you're going to do is take the cap to your master cylinder, take it off. You're going to take some paper towel and stick it in there just like this. The reason why you're doing that is because when we push back the pistons on the caliper, which I'm about to show you in a minute, the brake fluid is going to start to rise up. And when you start doing the other side, it's a good chance that it's going to spill out. This will soak that up so it does not spill out. Now, can you use a rag or something? No. I didn't say a rag, I said paper towel, because paper towel is porous, so it will soak it right up and it won't block off the fluid from coming out. Now, why are we doing this? Because some master cylinders have one-way valve seals inside, and you push them pistons back without having the pressure released, it will damage your master cylinder, and when you finish the brakes, you will not have no brakes. Now, before we get down there, we're going to be doing the left side. We're only going to be showing you the left side. The right side is exactly the same. Now, what I want to do now is take your steering wheel, turn your steering wheel all the way to the left. Now, I know a lot of people tell you to take the 2 bolts out, bring the caliper up, and get you a C-clamp and push the pistons back. No, I'm going to show you a nice, quicker way. Now, your caliper, this is your caliper right here, and it slides back and forth on these 2 pins right here, / bolts. Now, what we're going to do is you're going to take you a nice, thick, flat screwdriver. You're going to stick your screwdriver into here, now you see how the rotor is slotted? So you're going to stick it in there, and you're going to pick the screwdriver into one of those slots. Now what you're going to do is pull back on the screwdriver, so you're going to, the whole caliper is going to pull forward this way, and at the same time you're going to be pushing the piston in. So as you do this, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's slowly moving in. See how I can move it now? But you want to keep going till you cannot go any more. Once you do that, your piston is pushed back. I'm about to show you in a minute. Now what you're going to do next is get you a 14mm deep socket, 3/8 drive. And guys, invest in a little cordless battery operated ratchet. It's going to be a lot easier. And you're going to have 2 14mm bolts here. Well, what you do is remove, if I get the right socket, remove those 2 bolts. Now, when you take these bolts out, be careful because the bolts are different towards the end. The top one is made like that, and the bottom one has a little cutout like that. So you want to make sure you put those back the way you got them. Take your caliper off, turn it around. There's your piston right there. And this piston actually could have went back a little bit more. I could have probably pushed that back more. Let's see if I can do that with the. And what I'm gonna do is just stick the bolts in there a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is push between. I'm gonna move that brake pad over right there. I'm gonna push right between there. Oh yeah, I went back there. Because that should be flush. Okay, let's take our bolts back out. That's how it should look. It should be flush just like that. Alright guys, this is very important right here. I want you to take a look at this brake pad right here. And if you notice how it's wearing thinner up here than it is down there. That means these brake pads are not sliding right. This is another important step. Let's take your brake pads out. These clips, you got to get you a good brake pad kit that comes with the hardware. So to take these out, because I need you to learn this because you better got them. Take the clips and just pop them right up. Pop that up. Take it out, and this one goes down, pulls down. Okay, next, get you a nice set of wire brush. Now we're gonna put a link to the this wire brush set. There's a whole bunch of it comes into. Definitely get something like this. Now what you want to do is clean out the slots right there where those clips set into. One right there. And you want to clean that out good, just like that, at an angle. Then go to this angle, do this one, and then the angle up here and do this one, and then that one. Alright, let's get that cleaned up. Alright, the next thing we do, get you some carburetor cleaner or brake cleaner. Definitely, you can use carburetor cleaner also. You want to spray it up. Get all the rest of that away from there. And that, both of them dries pretty quick. And again, make sure that you get a brake kit with new hardware. It is very important to get new hardware, because what happens is all that dirt and grime builds up in there and builds up on the brake pad, and it doesn't slide inside of here. Now this one looks like at the top half was stuck. When you push the brakes in, it came in, it wouldn't release. The bottom one was alright, I guess, but that's what happened with these. Now let's put these in. What you want to do is take a look at the clip, how it is. You want to put the bottom one on, just like that. This little indentation, this little hump right there that sticks up, that's going to go on those little tabs right there. So you want to bring that over and just push down. Another thing, don't let your caliper hang down while you're changing the brakes. That's why I got this up like this, because you can damage that hose by doing that. Now the upper one goes the same way, but it's going to be opposite. So you're going to be holding like this. You're going to bring it up and push into place. Alright, the next thing you're going to need is some high quality brake parts lubricant. Definitely get this. I'm going to put a link down in the description below on the side. Ceramic extreme. This stuff is great, man. This is perfect. Don't use that little cheap stuff they give you in the auto parts store. Use this. You want to grab some, and what you want to do is put it on for the clips. And you know what, guys? You know what? Let me go, because I'm going to show you a little trick. Guys, get you a little Q-tip. Get you a Q-tip, put in there, and then put it right in that spot right inside there. This side over here. You don't have to put a lot. And do the same thing with the upper two. Do not get none on the rotor. Alright? Alright, let's put the rest of these on. Alright, the next thing you want to do is, because this set didn't come with the anti-squill shims, and I'm surprised it didn't, so I mean it's a good name brand. So we're going to have to remove the shims from the old pads. Now what you could do is just get a screwdriver, stick it between there, or over here, and just push that back, pop that right off. Okay. Take your new pad, and you're gonna see an indentation right there, an indentation right there, and an indentation right there, and they just line up with it, and just pop it right on. Now there's a good chance that it probably won't squeal, but I definitely recommend putting those on there. Alright, so let me get this other one changed over. Alright, now we're ready to set our brake pads in. Now your brake pads, these two tabs, one right here and one down here, they're going to set into the slots right there and up here. And this is actually a little spring right here. See, I can do that. So what you're going to do is set the brake pad like that, and you're going to push on those two little springs and push in just like that. And you see how nice and easy that slides? That's because we got the new clips and we lubricated them. If you don't have that, your brakes will heat up, and it's a good chance that it can cause a fire. So let's go to the other side. Same thing. If you can see it from the side right there, you can see how this part sticks out. So you're going to rest that brake pad right up against there on top and bottom. You're going to push downward where the spring is and push in just like that. That is perfect. Perfect. All right, the next thing you want to do, because your caliper's already pushed back, you want to bring... Now, be careful. Don't twist this hose. Don't twist this hose and try to get it. Make sure that hose is not twisted. Bring it down over the brake pad slowly. And you're going to have to hold this boot in to get it like that. And you got the one right there. Now, if these wasn't lubricated right here, you definitely want to put some brake lubricant on that. But these look lubricated and good. Put that one in. Turn the bolt by a couple threads. Then, down here, you're going to have to hold the boot in again. Bring it in. Put that bolt in. And turn it by a couple threads just so we don't get it cross-threaded. Now take your 14mm and tighten those up. Alright, I did the other side and we're ready to remove our paper towel. And you can see what I'm talking about. See how the brake fluid came up? And the paper towel soaked that up. But not a spill nowhere. I like that. Alright, you want to take that off. Then you're going to put your cap back on. Now, this is a good time to see what kind of brake fluid you take, because sometimes there's .3, .4, and .5. Usually it's .3. Now, a lot of time it will be on the cap to let you know which one you need, and this one doesn't say. And if it doesn't say, you would look on your master cylinder. I don't know if you can see that pretty good, but warning, use only .3. Kind of hard to see that. Oh yeah, I can see it. Perfect. Alright. Let's put your cap on. Now don't leave the video yet, because I'm about to tell you something that's very, very important before you go ahead and leave and kill somebody. Alright? Alright guys, before we get to the important part, let's put on our tire. Now, in the beginning I didn't have this cover right there, but I had it on. Don't you worry about it. Alright guys, you notice what I'm doing. I'm putting the bolts on by a couple threads first to make sure it's not cross-threaded. Now what you want to do is tighten these bolts up in a cross pattern. You don't want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because this is in case any rust or dirt back there, and the tire will not go on straight. You're going down the road and the car's going to shake and you think you did something wrong. So what you want to do is tighten it up in a cross pattern or a staggered pattern. So we're going to take one, and I'm just going to bring this in just to get the wheel straight, to set. Now I'm going to skip one. Go over here. Skip, 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 and now I know the tire is flush. Now this is the important part. Walk over here with me. Now when you push those pistons back on those calipers, when you go to step on the brakes, your brake pedal is going to go right to the floor, because the piston's coming out to meet those brake pads. So when you first step on the brakes, they're going to step on the floor. So what you got to do is pump that brake pedal up. So watch what happens when I first step on the brakes. Look at that, right down to the floor. So you put it in drive, you probably hit somebody or hit something. I don't know. But so what you got to do, let it go. It's going to do it again. You got to keep pumping it up. There we go. until those brakes are set. And that's it. That completes the job. Everything is good. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.